everybody, I'm Cassandra from Craftively Ever After, and welcome to another reveal video for hooking up with books that I'm doing with my very good friend Caroline over at For the Love of Crochet, and many of you who have joined in with the book club over the last few months since we started it towards the end of last year. Now, the book we did for this month was from a writer that we had done a book from before. But the book for this month that we just ended is called A Man Called Ove, or A Man Called Uwe, by Frederick Bachman. And it was a fantastic book. It had me in tears, it had me in stitches laughing. It was just absolutely fantastic. I love the characters that they have in this book, especially the main character, you know, and how he changed from this grumpy old man in the beginning to this very lovable, just amazing character at the end of the book. Now, I won't give you a lot of spoilers in case you still want to read it, but I do highly recommend this book. It was the same with the other book we did from Frederick Bachman. Britt Marie was here. I love that book as well. Very interesting characters always in the books. This one, no exception. I thoroughly enjoyed the book. Now, my project for this month, almost as soon as I started the book, I knew I was going to do a cat. And in the end, you guys, it is actually quite funny because this video is going to feel like a little cat lineup, because I have received fantastic projects from a few of you who have joined in, and they are all in a similar vein. Very different patterns that all of us did. But definitely the main character who stole the show for a lot of us was the cat in this book. Now let me show you the cat that I made. Not very big, but I knew from the start that I wanted to do a cat, and believe it or not, I actually have quite a number of cat patterns, although I very rarely make cats. But this one, don't think I used a pattern that I had in my stash already. This one I actually purchased because the cat in the story, he is quite a cheeky fellow, and he sort of keeps Uwe on the straight and narrow almost. You know, he's just called in the book, he doesn't have a name, he's just called Cat Annoyance. So Uwe calls him Cat Annoyance. But he's sort of, you know, keeps Uwe on almost, I want to say, on the straight and narrow. You know, he's described as having these specific facial expressions. He's quite a cheeky fellow, this cat. And when I saw this pattern, although my cat did not turn out at all what the pattern looked like, I do like, you know, this little cat with his cheeky little face. You know, he just looks like he could get up to some mischief. He looks sort of sweet on the one side as well. But I just liked this chubby little cat. Now the body and the head, the ears, all of it is one piece. You actually crochet the feet in as well. So the only thing in the end that you sew on are these two little arms and his tail. Now I really like how they did the shaping of the tail. It does have a natural curve, which you sort of just tack down to the side of the body. Now the pattern does come with the pattern for this little fish, which is now just held in place there by a little pin. But you do get the pattern for a fish. You also get a pattern for a little string of sausages, which I think is really a cute touch for this pattern. Now I can't remember the designer, but of course I will link it for you down below. But this cat, although I don't actually know what the cat in the book looks like, I can't recall that they really actually describe him really well. You know, at one point you do know he's a bit mangled and he nearly died, and he is a stray cat, so he is a bit of a rougher looking fellow. But I just knew that I wanted a cat who had a little cheekiness about him. And this pattern I thought was so adorable. I absolutely love the shaping. He's got this chubby little, you can't see it on this side, I wonder if you can see it. Yeah, he's got like a this cute chubby little stomach, I think I did the stuffing wrong, because he's supposed to have, like, if you stuff him correctly. Now I think maybe I overstuffed my cat a bit, because in the pattern he does actually have a little chubby head, so he's supposed to have little chubby cheeks that comes out of you know, the neck part, just above the where his little shirt is. Let me show you this cute little fish that he's holding. I thought that was super adorable. So he is carrying his little fish. Very cheeky fellow. I really enjoyed making this pattern. This was super cute. Like I say, the legs you crochet into the body right up to the ears, one piece, and you attach only the arms and the tail. Fantastic little pattern that I will link below. Now, of course, I've got a few other patterns, and this is always a lot of fun for me in the Hooking Up with Books video, is that I show you some designs that a few of you made that have joined in. Now, a lot of people, I think, actually do join in with reading the books with us. Not everyone has the time to complete a project, but hopefully that will change, because from this month, so starting today, the 15th of May, we will be doing Hooking Up with Books over a 2-month period. And this is sort of because myself, with how life has been going, I just cannot seem to fit everything I used to into a month. I cannot do it. So I asked my very good friend Caroline, can we please spread it over 2 months? And I think for a lot of you, that would work really well as well. So I hope that we have more people that are able to join in with doing some projects now that we're doing Hooking Up with Books over a longer period. So starting today, our next book is going to be The Giver. And I will pop a link to Amazon or somewhere just so that you can see what the book looks like. I will be doing it via my Kindle. It's not always easy for me to get the books here in Denmark in English. So the Kindle is for me the easiest version. So it's always a bit cheaper as well. But if you manage to get the physical book, that's fantastic. Kindle, obviously, then you'll have it straight away. No need to wait for anything to arrive in the post. So our next book is The Giver, which will be starting today, 15th of May, for 2 months. So we'll only have our reveal video the 15th of July. So I think that's a nice long period. All of us can be very relaxed and have a lot of time to do our projects. But enough talking about that. Let me get on to this projects that were submitted by some of you lovely subscriber friends. And I will pop it onto the screen as I read from my emails what you guys have wrote to me when sending these adorable projects. Now, the first project I received was from a very good yarn friend over in the UK, Pamela. She did a mixture of a cat. So the head is the cat pattern by Lilelise. She only did the head, and then she did her own thing with the body. And she used one of my favorite yarns that I absolutely love. For some reason, I think it's just because of the beautiful colors. She did her cat in retro stripes. It is absolutely wonderful. I love how he turned out. The next pattern I received, or the next project I received, was from Cheryl. Now, Cheryl has got a YouTube channel called Curly Moose Crochets. She participates also, same as with Pamela, in a lot of our Hooking Up with Books videos. It's always fun to see the projects that she submits. Yes, she wrote, I made a kitty cat lovey. I don't think the book says what cat annoyance, that's the name of the cat in the book, what cat annoyance looks like. The cat was actually a comfort to Ove, so I made a comforting lovey for my granddaughter. I used a paid for pattern on Etsy. The pattern is called Cuddly Cat by Suzanne Bridgman. I used velvet yarn by, I can't pronounce this, Crochet. Cheryl, I love it. This pink is absolutely fantastic. It came out beautifully. I've never seen this pattern before. It is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for again submitting a fantastic pattern for Hooking Up with Books. The last pattern that I'm showing you guys, and this is also from a very regular subscriber friend who has joined, I think also almost from the start with Hooking Up with Books. I'm always excited to see the projects that she emails me. And this is from Carlotta. Now, Carlotta sent in this fantastic, mangled looking cat. I just had such a good laugh when I opened up this photo. And she wrote here, I made sure to only give him one ear and I made his tail short. He is looking fabulous. Now, I think I've seen this pattern before on Etsy. I mean, those bulgy eyes, I absolutely love him. This cat looks like he has seen some things that you are not supposed to have seen. He's brilliant. I absolutely love this pattern. The pattern is Cat Martin by Aradia Toys. Now I think I've seen this pattern before, but I will link it. So all the patterns, if I can find them, of anyone who submitted a pattern, I will link it for you guys down below. Again, Carlotta, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you to all three of the participants, our lovely subscriber friends who keep on joining the book club and who keeps on sending us projects. We get a mixture of projects every month. It's absolutely fantastic. So if any of you would like to join in any of our future Hooking Up with Books, submitting a project based on a character, a theme, a color, whatever inspiration you get from a book, you can make a project. You can email it to me. You can email it to Caroline. We will show it in our reveal videos. And it is so much fun for everyone else to also see what is going on in the world of crochet. What are other people getting up to? So again, you guys, thank you for joining in. Everyone who's supporting us, everyone who comes by every month to watch these videos and who's sharing our excitement for the books. We love having you here. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for cheering all of us on. It's fantastic to hang out with all of you every week, every month, whenever we bring out videos, whatever the theme of the videos is. We love hanging out with you guys. So head over also to Caroline's channel. I will link her video down below so that we can see, did she go with a cat theme? That definitely seemed to dominate my video today, which I absolutely loved. I loved the little cat roundup that we had. Or was Caroline brave enough to attempt something else? We will have to see. I don't know. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see what she made. All right, you guys, that's it for this week. I hope you all are ready for the week ahead. I hope you had a good Monday so far. And I will see all of you in another video really, really soon. Stay safe and stay crafty.